Guys, welcome back to my channel. So glad to see you're back around. I'm just going to show you a little tutorial on this dramatic smoky eye look with a deep red lipstick. This is very good for a night out look if that's kind of what you're looking for, so just keep on watching. So to begin, we are going to use the handy dandy Scotch tape, and I just kind of put this on my hand a couple times to make this sticky not so intense. And we're going to align that with the bottom lash line up to the eye to get that really super dramatic look that we are shooting for today. And we're going to prime the eyes with Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue. I love this primer, and I use it almost all the time. First up, we are going to use Vanilla Bean, and that's just going to be all over the eyelid, kind of our setting color on top of the primer. It's very good nude to use for this. And next, we're going to use Rupunzel, and that's going to go in the outer part of the eye into the crease, like our transition color. It's got a little bit of yellow into it, but once you start adding in the dark colors, you can hardly see that yellow, so it kind of works out pretty well. Next, of course, the Naked Smoky Palette. I am super obsessed with this, and we are going to take Slanted, and that is going to go into the crease, and we're just going to blend that out, and that's going to be one of our main colors for this look. I have to say that Slanted is definitely my, hands down, one of my favorite colors from this palette. I just love the gray color off of it. Next, we're going to use Armor, and that is going to go all over the lid. And we're just going to make sure that that is packed on really well and blended out so you don't have any harsh edges. Like, this is super dramatic, but you don't want anything to look too weird or out of place. So we're just going to make sure it's blended out nicely. I decided to take my Fix Plus and just spray it with my brush because I wanted to pick up more of that color and make it pop and get like the glitter out of that color that I wasn't really achieving with a dry brush. So that's what I did there. And then I picked up my fluffy brush and just blending that out a little bit more than what it was before. Next, for this eye look, we are going to take Smolder, and we are going to put that on the the outer corner of the eye. At first, my eyes were messing with me a lot because it comes off black. It comes off really dark, but it's actually just a super dark purple, and it's a little hard to tell, but it definitely is purple, I swear. It's way different from the black that is in the palette. And as you can see, I kind of messed up, so I took some of my concealer, and I'm just kind of trying to make it look less, I don't know, I just messed up. So that's how I fix it, is my concealer to make it a little bit better. And then I believe I took Combust from this palette, and I just kind of highlighted my brown bone a little bit, and then I just kept taking up my little fluffy brush to make sure that everything was blended out properly and looked nice and smooth. And then next we take off the tape to move on to the rest of the face. Next, for the face, we're going to take Hard Candy's Glamoflauge, and we're just going to take a beauty blender and blend that out all over the face. I really love this. I tend to use a damp beauty blender to apply it because I feel like this foundation can be a little drying, but for the most part, it's hands down one of my favorites. So I'm just making sure that this is blended out really nicely and into all the little crevices of my face. Next, for concealer, we are going to use the Naked Concealer, and I believe I am in the shade Light, and I am just going to put that under the eyes, around any red spots I have. I don't know if you guys could tell in the beginning of my video, I had a few red spots, and this will cover your blemishes so well, and it doesn't look too cakey and doesn't make it look over the top with it, because I've known in the past for myself, if I put concealer on top of my foundation, it can look very cakey and just like a little too much, but this one is like lightweight and it feels so nice on the face, and it is hands down one of my favorites right now. So I'm really recommending it to a lot of people. It's $28 at Ulta, so it's a little pricey, but it is totally worth the money. Next, on top of my face, we're just going to use Studio Fix We're just going to use the Studio Fix powder, and we're just going to set all of that good stuff that we just put all over the face. And I'm just using a BH Cosmetics brush from one of my brush kits. Next, for contour, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I haven't used it that often because I'm super obsessed with my Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I've recently become obsessed with this palette. I love the colors in it, and I don't think I gave it much of a chance. So I've definitely tried using this more often. I think the colors are better for me as for like bronzer than contour, because even the colors in this palette seem a little dark for me. So I think I'm gonna start using this palette for like bronzers instead of trying to contour. But I love the highlights in this palette as well. So next for bronzer, we are gonna use MAC's bronzing powder in Golden. I honestly, this is my only bronzer I have. I'm trying to start up my bronzing collection a little bit better than it is now, but as of right now, it's kind of bad. So yeah, this is like technically the only one I have, but I love how it blends out and makes everything look a little bit better than before, because at first I was just contouring my face, but now I just love using my bronzer and adding a little bit more color and dimension to my face. Next, for blush, we are going to use Milani Cosmetics Baked Blush in Rose de Oro. I am pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, but I really love this color. It's like a golden reddish color. It's really pretty. The next thing are the brows. I was not going to do them on camera because sometimes it can take me a little while, so here's just a clip of it, and I'm using BH Cosmetics Brow Trio and then NYX Cosmetics Micro Brow Pencil. And then here I am doing everything I did the top pretty much to the bottom, excuse me, putting Slanted and Armor on the bottom lash line and making sure it's all mixed out. I kind of just wanted to make sure it looked like I kind of had a black eye. That's what I was like aiming for, but being, stylish or cute. So we're going to curl those lashes, and I made sure to curl them really well because I wanted this to be dramatic. I didn't have any false lashes, so I was trying my best to curl these bad boys the best I could to get a dramatic look. For mascara, we are going to use Master Precise by Maybelline, and that is just going to be for the wing, and we're going to finish up the rest with the Bobbi Brown gel liner in Blackest Black. I love how dark this can be applied, and it just works really well. And so next I used two mascaras. I couldn't find my Lorac Pro, so I started with CoverGirl's Full Lash Bloom. It kind of gives you the same effect, except my eyelashes were looking a little clumpy, and I didn't want them to be clumpy. I just wanted them to be thick and long and beautiful. So that's when I switched to my Lorac Pro, and I applied it to the other eye. You couldn't really tell a difference from each eye. They pretty much look the same. So I would say that was a win-win for me because it came out just as good. And then for lips, we are going to use ColourPop's Lippy Stick in Creature. It's a beautiful, dark, deep red, almost a good dupe for Jeffree Star's Unicorn Blood. Next, for highlighter, I almost forgot, we are going to use Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop from Becca Cosmetics. To set it all, we will use Urban Decay's All-Nighter Setting Spray. And this pretty much concludes this look, and I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!